I know this is going to ruffle some feathers, but people do not have to do business with you. So I'm getting ready for an event that's happening in a couple weeks. Tiffany got me these like really cool lime green and like bright pink hats, and I decided I wanted to get the BlowUp Local logo put on them. I did a quick Google search and I found this embroidery place. I called them and I said, hey, this is the logo that I want done. I've got to leave to go to this event on the 25th. Is it possible if you guys have it done by then? And I said, I'm totally fine paying a rush fee or whatever. They took all my information and then they sent me an email like an hour later and they're like, we can't get it done by the 25th. I was like, okay, well, whatever. So I went online again. I found another company and they said, yes, we can definitely do it. It'll only take like a day. I said, okay, cool. So it was here at the mall. I drove all the way to the mall. And as you're walking in, you walk past a bunch of different stores and businesses, there was a hat embroidery place. And I thought, oh, this must be the place that I was coming to see. So I walked in, I said, hey man, I want to get these logos put on these hats. And he said, okay, cool. It'll take us 2 to 3 days to get the file converted. And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, well, we got to get the file converted so the embroidering machine can use it. And I was like, what kind of file? Because it doesn't take 2 to 3 days to convert anything, right? Like you can convert it on Canva, you can convert it, a free converter online. Like it doesn't take that long. So I said, well, I'll just do it myself. So I jumped on my graphic designer, his name's Mohammed, and I said, Mohammed, can you convert this image into the proper format? So Mohammed started working on it and we had it done very, very quickly, right? Doesn't take 2 to 3 days. You can get everything done very quick. And then the employee goes, we don't take outside DST files. So you let me stand here for these, 5 to 10 minutes as Mohammed as I'm sending the message and getting Mohammed to convert it and download it. And once you see that I got it done super fast, then he's like, yeah, we don't accept outside DST files. Like this is a freaking nuclear launch code or something. It's a file, bro. It doesn't matter. Like this is not complicated. And I said, okay, that's fine. If you don't want my business, I don't have to do business with you. I'll go somewhere else. So then I walked out and I just started walking to go to the original place that I was going to go to. I said, hey, Mr. Businessman, I want to get my logo put on these hats. And he said, okay, no problem. I filled out the information, told him what I wanted. And he said, I'll text you in a couple hours and you can come pick them up. Perfect. Isn't that amazing? Right? So it's the same amount of money. Actually, I think, it's the same amount of money, no matter what place I went to. But one was able to deliver the result very quickly, and the other one purposely was making things overly complicated. This exact same principle applies. You guys are probably wondering, Ryan, I'm a chiropractor. I'm not an embroidery shop. What the hell does this have to do with a chiropractor? It has everything to do with it, because any friction that's inside of your business is going to cause people to just go somewhere else. If it's hard for your potential patients to find the phone number or to schedule an appointment, they will go somewhere else. If it's going to take a long time for a new patient to book their first appointment. I know there was a chiropractor here in Brandon who I contacted them and said, hey, I'm a new patient. I'd like to schedule an appointment. And they said, our first new patient exam is in 4 weeks. And I said, well, I don't need you in 4 weeks. I am in a tremendous amount of pain right now. I'm not going to suffer even longer, 4 more weeks, just to get an appointment. So I just hung up and I called the next chiropractor, because people don't have to do business with you. Does that make sense? So it's your job as a chiropractor to try to identify what these friction points are, and then you have to eliminate the friction points. You've got to totally decimate them and get rid of them. Make it super simple for people to say yes. It's interesting. Another thing that I bought something recently. I'm going on a big hunting trip in South Dakota, pheasant hunting in October. And I had to, pay for the hunting trip. So I called the owner of the ranch and he told me it was going to be like, whatever amount of money. And he said, do you want to mail me a check? And I said, no, of course I don't want to mail you a check. Like, no, I don't want to mail you a check. And he goes, well, if you use credit card, there's a 4% transaction fee. And I said, who cares? So are you ready for the card? Like, I'm not mailing you a check, bro. It was just really funny to me that he would even make that as an option, because number one, you're creating more friction. You're making it more difficult for me to say yes and to buy your product by, number one, even offering for me to send a check or a money order. That is ridiculous. Think about the time value or the opportunity cost of you having to take that paper check and then go take the picture and upload it to your account or drive to the bank and deposit it. That is a waste of time. Just get the money. Make it easy. That little 4% fee that you pay from American Express or 2% you pay with Visa and MasterCard is just the cost of doing business. It is an irrelevant amount of money. Your job is to, and the other part with this hunting trip, and I'm going to tell the owner all this when I'm sitting having dinner with them, on this trip. You told me the hunting trip is $4,000, right? So I paid the $4,000, and then you're telling me that I got to pay another 4% for this, for the credit card fee. Dude, just make the price to go hunt on your property $4,500 and make there no charge for a credit card. Just increase your price. But because you tell me it's $4,000 to come hunting and then an extra, I don't know what it is, but $200 or whatever for the credit card fee, just make your price $4,200. Then I don't feel like I'm spending extra money or that I'm losing, because now you're punishing me doing business with you. Does that make sense? Don't punish your customers to do business with you. Make it easy for them. Instead say, hey, listen, it's going to be $4,200. And the best part is we never charge you extra money to use a Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. Ryan, which one do you want to use? I'd be like, awesome. Let's use my American Express because I get the most points with that. I would be excited. I would win, they would win, everybody would win, because people do not have to do business with you. And it's our job as entrepreneurs to remove friction, make it super simple so that we can make more money. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Be safe.